Hey guys, Coaster Directed coming at you with my top 10 favorite wooden coasters of so far as of fall 2015. Obviously, my list is probably going to be nowhere near any of your guys' list because I have not been to a lot of the parks probably you have been to. I have not been on El Toro, I haven't been on Thunderhead, bunch of coasters I have not been on yet. So this is my personal list of wooden coasters I have been on. Let's get started. At number 10, we have the Racer, which is at Kings Island. This is a absolute classic. Opened with the park in 1972. One of my probably one of my most ridden coasters of all time, and just an overall pretty good ride. Airtime on this is fantastic, and it is credited with bringing kind of an end to the coaster depression, quote unquote, where theme parks were building less and less coasters and getting rid of more and more. So we have Racer to mainly thank for that. Anyways, moving on to number 9, we have VIPR at Six Flags Great America. This was actually a really nice standout coaster for me. I wasn't expecting much when I got on this, and I got off being very, very surprised and very happy. Great airtime on this. It's a mirror image of the Coney Island Cyclone. Actually, very smooth, very nice. It's only about just around 20 years old, and it's a very fun, intense ride. I'd ride it. I'd recommend riding it if you get the chance. Usually the line's not that small. Weird thing about it though is the queue line is very cramped and very tight, but that's about it. At number 8, we have the Raven at Holiday World. Oh, this is the lowest on all Holiday World major coasters got on this list, or wooden coasters got on this list. But anyways, this is the lowest of them. I am not the biggest fan of Raven. I think it's overrated, but I do love it. It was my first big coaster. Crazy airtime on this. Rough around the edges, like a lot of wooden coasters on this list. However, it is still a very enjoyable ride with tons of airtime, like a lot of the Holiday World wooden coasters. Anyways, moving on to number 7, another Holiday World Woody, the Legend. This thing is an absolute legend. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Tons of lateral forces. If you like being slammed against the side of your seat, this is the ride for you. The turns are not nearly as banked as a lot of wooden coasters, and it's just an overall fantastic ride. In my opinion, not as good as the Voyage, which will be coming up on this list. However, I still think it is a very good coaster. In my opinion, better than Raven, but that is just my personal opinion. At number 6, we have American Thunder at Six Flags St. Louis. This was my first GCI coaster and I believe my only so far. Seats are super comfy. That's what I'm going to say. The trains on this are super comfy. The restraints are very comfortable. And it is a very smooth wooden coaster. However, it was only built in 2008. The stats aren't that impressive. It's just over 3,000 feet. It's only about 80 feet tall. However, that's not the point of the ride. It's about the twistiness. The airtime, both floater and there's a bit of ejector, and just the bank turns, and it's a pretty standard GCI. At number 5, we have the Boss, also at Six Flags St. Louis. This is an awesome ride, like a lot of these on this list. It's a very, very twister-ish coaster. It goes out, it goes back. It's not very out and back at all, though. This is a CCI coaster, I believe, from 2000 or 2001. I can't remember which one it is, but it reminds me a lot if you took the Beast and Legend, popped them together. This is roughly what you would get. However, I would lean more towards Legend. Main reason I think it's a lot like the Beast is because of the double helix at the end, which is a really fantastic part. Speaking of the Beast, at number 4, we have the Beast at Kings Island. Longest wooden coaster in the world. Gives you around over 5 minutes of a ride, including the chain hills, obviously, but about 4 minutes of sustained ride time. This was the tallest, longest, and fastest coaster in the world at its opening, and it still provides a great ride, in my opinion. Awesome ride. And it's super cool. Awesome. Personal favorite of mine just due to it being one of my favorites. At number 3, we have Outlaw Run. Yes, I do count topper track coasters as wooden coasters. They are wooden in my opinion. Obviously, not iBox coasters, but topper track are wooden in my opinion. This is a fantastic ride. The drop, the 80-degree drop, awesome. It just never holds up. This is a super fast, endured. You don't get a break on this coaster, and it does things you would not expect a coaster should do. It is very unpredictable yet very smooth, and the double barrel roll at the end is awesome. And the overbank right after you get out the first turn is awesome as well. Very fantastic ride. Main reason, in my opinion, to go to Silver Dollar City. And at number 2, like expected, we have the Voyage at Holiday World. Great ride, fantastic. Honestly, amazing airtime. Unlike the other 2 wooden coasters at Holiday World, it is not a CCI, instead it is a Gravity Group coaster. Probably Gravity Group's magnum opus. Fantastic ride. In my opinion, the 90-degree bank turns and airtime on this ride are absolutely fantastic. Triple down is awesome. And it's just an overall great ride. Main reason, in my opinion, to go to Holiday World. Put that with Thunderbird, 2 amazing reasons, as well as the water park if you're into that. And at number 1 is, this may surprise some people, may not, in my opinion, it is Goliath at Six Flags Great America. Even though I've only ridden this thing once, that one time was an absolute blast, and it was absolutely thrilling. This first drop on this beautiful ride, it takes your breath away. 180 degrees, or 180 feet, 85 degrees. That is 5 degrees away from being straight down. There's nothing to hold on to, and you drop for a while. The speed this thing picks up is amazing. The overbank turn, the first overbank turn you go into, is absolutely awesome. Just in my opinion, perfect. It provides amazing airtime on that hill. And then the dive loop, yes, the dive loop is, I liked it. Personally, I liked it, but it wasn't that noticeable in my opinion. It wasn't the greatest inversion. However, the 0G stall, that thing was fantastic. An amazing, the Top Gun stall, 0G stall, whatever you want to call it. Awesome inversion, and it looks amazing from the midway. I got some really nice pictures of it. I will be doing a review on this coaster shortly and comparing it to Outlaw Run, but until then, this is it. However, this ride is very short, or at least it feels very short. So is Outlaw Run, but I think it is definitely an absolute blast. All my family who rode it said that it was an absolute crazy ride and was worth the 45-minute wait. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and as always, keep coasting.